The other big tech stock to report after the bell on Tuesday was Microsoft. Let's listen in to this video on Yahoo Finance regarding their results.
Your first impression of this report?
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. Look, I think this is better than everyone feared. Numbers definitely coming in a little bit stronger than what people are worried about, especially given all the headlines around the softening IT environment and recessions and obviously the banking crisis. So to see these sort of numbers where Azure growth was actually in line with guidance and not worse, when I think investors I was talking to were preparing for a miss on the Azure line, which is obviously the most important line in this one. Windows OEM less bad than feared. Commercial bookings look pretty solid relative to their guidance. And I think putting this all together, it's showing us that enterprise software and cloud and AI, right? And we can get to that in a second, is definitely more resilient than people are fearing. And that's why this stock is up. And that's why you're seeing a lot of enterprise software trading up in the aftermarket right now.
Yeah. Any sense of the movement in market share in terms of Azure? And what does that tell you about the macro environment that you're still seeing that type of growth in cloud?
I think it's telling us two things, right? Number one, it's telling us that we are still early in the migration to the cloud. I know there were definitely worries about cloud saturation and hated COVID just pull forward all of the migration to the cloud. But based on our checks, the answer to that is no. Is that there's still a lot of low-hanging fruit left to migrate to the cloud. And
So let's go over a couple of highlights from the conference call. This article is coming from CNBC. Microsoft report earnings beat. It says AI will drive revenue growth. This is a quote from the Chief Financial Officer, Amy Hood. As with any significant platform shift, it starts with innovation, and we are excited about the early feedback and demand signals from the AI capabilities we have announced to date. She says, we will continue to invest in our cloud infrastructure, particularly AI-related spend, as we scale to the growing demands driven by customer transformation, and we expect the resulting revenue to grow over time. During the quarter, Microsoft announced a new multi-billion-dollar investment in OpenAI and said it would draw on the company's AI models for a new version of its Bing search engine and enhancement to the Microsoft 365 productivity software. We feel we have a good lead and we have a differentiated offering up and down the stack. This is from the CEO. Now, a couple of things. Maybe 4 to 6 weeks ago, Microsoft announced their Copilot for their Microsoft Suite software applications. I think that kind of went under the radar, but that's to help folks be more productive. The Daily states we feel we have a good lead. Obviously, Chat GPT from OpenAI came out, and it just hit the road running right away, and took a huge lead over Google after the Google bar debacle several months ago. Now, if we go to the stock, we can see on the daily chart, price is gapping up. But I'm going to start with the monthly chart. We can see it appears that the month of April's candle is going to close green. This is a bullish hammer candle. You can see the momentum switched when price broke the monthly downtrend and closed a lot higher for the month of March. Again, my target is 310. Right, that's where we had some selling pressure, in respect of the downtrend line, and then we had this collapse. Now, if we go to the weekly chart, price was basing, and then you had a false breakout to the downside before price reversed and moved higher. Now, if you look at the weekly chart, you can see 2 wicks. That's buying pressure. But look at this, you can see a pivot high, and where did price get to? Right to the pivot high. Price was also supported by the 13 simple moving average. So this area was also a level of attraction. Support, support, support. Resistance, resistance. Support, support. You can see my target at the 310 level. And you can see a bit better the wicks on the weekly chart, signifying selling pressure. So again, priced, gapped up. We have some selling off taking place, right? This was a $25 gap, right? So if I was in Microsoft, yeah, I would want to take some off the table as well. However, I don't anticipate this gap filling before hitting the 310 level. This is the origin of the leg all the way down, right, to 220. And so this is why I have the target at 310. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Please like the video.